Zoom, iscoteco. Zoom, iscoteco.
Harman, tell me, from time travel, from your last movie to cricket, I mean, how was the jump?
It's fun. I think it's fun. It's fun to jump from one genre of film, a science fiction film, and to jump out of that and straight away come into... I was an urban boy, young boy, in born brought up overseas in love story, science fiction, and come into Victory, which is a hardcore sports film, boy from Jaisalmer, small town boy who makes it big and blah blah blah. Yeah, I think it's an interesting journey here. It's interesting to do very diverse films.
From superhero to the real hero. I think that was the best part for you, right? Because he plays the regular boy from Jaisalmer. So
I think I've gotten over the science fiction. She's got into it. You see the science fiction clothes that she's wearing. I feel like she's
I'm going to take off any
minute. It's like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There goes Amrita Rao.
No, but she answered the question for you. So how many games have you played with him?
Good question.
I didn't know she played games. I found out too late. The film's over.
Never too late, promotion's on.
Yeah. 8 days to go to 30th Jan.
Well, I think all the games were reserved for Harman in the movie. And all the interaction and acting with cricketers was solely your privilege in the film. And I'm very jealous.
I'm sure you didn't want to face Brett Lee at 140, trust me.
Well, I could have been there on the periphery of the whole thing, just looking at Brett Lee from, whatever distance, and I would be bowled over.
Oh.
But don't you think he's a little too fast for you?
Yeah.
No. Brett Lee is not too fast for me.
Yeah, I think she prefers Murli Tharan. Probably slower.
Okay, she likes being bowled around the legs. Okay, but guys, tell me about Victory. I mean, both of you.
For me, was a film apart from the love and the whole revolving around cricket aspect. It was a film which also was, I think, which gave a lot of importance to relationships and people around you, and how when you are in any profession for that matter, which is probably very challenging and which could demand a lot of you, how company around you can probably affect your mental status, and that could transcribe in the way you play, the way you perform at work. So I think the way my director balanced the spirit of sportsmanship with the spirit of relationships was beautiful within the script of Victory.
We've got a great caption for the film. I personally love it. I think it's from ashes to glory, and I think Victory's got two sides to it. One is a sport, in which you have a boy who starts from a small town, aspires to be a part of Team India. He's patriotic for sure. He doesn't want to play for himself. He wants to play for the country. He's been trying a while to get into the team. It's not that easy to be a part of Team India. He's talented, he's passionate, he's got everything it takes, but he's still not there. And then how he finally gets there, and after that how the drama unfolds. But what I like about the script, and what I love about it is, almost every human being strives to get somewhere in life, somehow manages to get there at one point in his life. Then he has to hold it there, and then there's a slip. And then to rise back from the second slip, the second innings, as you may call it, I think is the true essence and the true mettle of a man is tested, or a woman is tested there. Because to be there, to come down, and then to work your way up there, all over again, is a really difficult thing to do. And that's where Ashes to Glory actually, that's what Ashes to Glory symbolizes in the film.
He has a huge female fan following, and in fact most people call him Harman Baweja. I mean, do you also call him that?
Harman Baweja.
We like to call him.
Omar, thanks to you, I never knew this.
You didn't know?
Opening up all my secrets here. After the film is over, you're telling me that she liked playing games. You're telling her that I'm Harman Baweja. I mean, it's too late. We need to do another film now, yeah. What's this? It's not happening.
I used to call him Baweja Fry.
Oh,
you don't have to say that on camera, dude. It's not like I loved it.
And talking about her, she's the kind of face who inspires poets and Hussains.
Yeah.
What did she inspire in you?
On a realistic level, I think friendship. Yeah. That's one thing about Ammu that I must confess, that she's thin, but she has a lot in her stomach. She's a bag full of secrets. I don't mean it that way. I knew she's going to give me a reaction. What? She's a bag full of secrets. She's someone you can trust.
You always get linked to actors with hot girlfriends, like first Shahid, now Harman.
I don't know where these silly, baseless rumors come up from, and I don't think I would ever want to do that to anybody. I've just reacted to certain baseless rumors with silence.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't understand where they start up from. You know, and I think when they start up, I think a section of the people do understand that it's false, but it just makes for good read, or it just makes for good.
And inevitably happens around the movies. Right?
Yeah, and I think by now people are very smart to know. Picture release ho rahi hai, link up ho raha hai. Acha, so this is for film promotion. So I think it's so stupid for anyone to actually bring it up at this time. I mean, what is the need? I don't think it ever finally results in a film doing well or not doing well because of a link up.
But I'd like to add that nobody from the team of Victory would ever do something like this because they don't need to. And I think we have a film strong enough. We have a film we're proud enough to stoop down to such levels of publicity stunts. So yeah, I mean that's all.
Amrita, I mean, I'm going to ask you this question. Look at him. A lot of people say that he bears a resemblance to Hrithik. I mean, do you agree with that, or
Well, Omar, I'd like to say that again, it happens to the best of newcomers because when we walk into the industry, I think it takes time for people to probably digest us, to get familiar with our body language, with our mannerisms, with our voice. So with time, that changes. With time, we bring our own acceptance to them, and it's very human to for people to say, oh, he looks like her, and he looks like that, and she looks like somebody, and it's very Indian also. I think a lot of it's a very Indian quality that I have observed. When Shahid came in, he was compared to Shah Rukh Khan. When Shah Rukh came in, he was compared to Dilip Sahab. So, but it's just very human but natural, and no complaints. I guess with time, everybody brings out their own personality to the audience.
I also have a few legal cases. Can you fight them for me? And when you retire, make sure you become a lawyer and just go outright for it.
You cannot afford me.
It's okay, I would afford you.
Harman, it seems natural now, to get linked, like we just discussed, to all your co-stars. Now you're getting linked with Amrita also, like...
I'm only 2 films old. You said all your co-stars, like I've done some 16 films and I've had some 13 link-ups. 2 films old. First link-up with Priyanka, which I think I had started much before even the film came to release, and it had been going on for a while. And now with Miss Rao. So, I don't know what's up.
Tell me, there was the rumor also that somebody wrote about it, that Harman sent you roses every day. Is that true?
Where are the roses, Harman? Where are the roses?
I don't remember.
I mean, I read them in the paper and I was like, roses?
And I think they said yellow roses.
Yellow?
No, why yellow? If you're really trying to make 2 people, like, अच्छा इनका ना affair चलाते हैं, कुछ link up कर दे. Why yellow roses? Please make them red.
I open my door every morning and I look out for the roses, and where are they?
And all she finds is newspapers.
Valentine's Day hint.
No hint to me, Omar. It's hint to people who are hearing and watching the show right now.
But Harman, tell me, what is your favorite sport? I mean, cricket, of course, is part of this movie. What is your favorite sport, really?
Honestly, I mean, till about a year and a half back, it was football, soccer, not American football, football. And I was a die-hard football freak. But ever since I started doing Victory, I've got so obsessed with cricket. Because now I understand the game. Now I understand when they say the ball is swinging, or the pitch is soft, or the pitch is hard, or it's a seamer, or he's held the seam and he's played across bat. I didn't understand all this before. I mean, all of us actually, I think we just watched cricket as a sport and we identified with gully cricket. हम लोग अपने मोहल्ले और बिल्डिंग में कैसे चौका मारते तो यार the save shot. It's more of that. Now I understand the game. I understand the spirit of the game, and I've played with like 45 international players here. I've played with them. I've faced them on international pitches. I relate to them. So when I see a match and I see Bradley bowling, I really know what it is for that South African to be standing there facing Bradley. I know what it is to be there. So I think I'm completely become a cricket freak now.
I have seen the film, and I must acknowledge the fact that Harman never did seem like an actor trying to play a cricketer. He seemed like a cricketer, the way he got his body language, even when he was in the helmet, his strokes, whether the shot was his or not, even when he was just in the frame in the background, he was just perfect, So I really like that about your performance.
Thank you.
Your favorite sport also seems to be cricket suddenly.
Not suddenly, since many years now. Since I once one fine day woke up to Sachin Tendulkar and World Cup fever and.
Omar, what was that? She woke up to Sachin Tendulkar.
During the World Cup fever. Let me complete.
Make sure you edit this part. It's just till there. I woke up one fine morning with Sachin Tendulkar.
Don't jump the gun, okay? It's during the World Cup, and I was in school, and I still remember that after my tuitions, we used to stand outside of the gate and have long hours of discussion. We used to only discuss Sachin Tendulkar and, you know, his performance. And
Also a big fan of his.
yeah, I am, and
But I want to add something here.
Yeah.
It's a small thing. I've interacted with a lot of them. One thing which I understand today, what really hurts them, and I feel is when they perform well, we pick them up. We make them like the icons, youth icons, and this and that. When they go through a bad patch, we just bring them down. And I think that completely kills their confidence.
Yeah.
Because, you know, when I asked them, I said, dude, how does it feel to be going on the field and playing for your country? And he's like, you know, half the time, it's not about playing for the country. Half the time it is playing to save ourselves from this country. And I think when we did that to Sachin in the middle, I mean, the whole country pounced on him and, you know, started saying things about him which was so not justified. And there, you see the way he's come back with a bang.
You've done psychology, right? Okay, what do you make of that? She's done psychology, you know, that's why she just...
You never told me.
But analyze him?
I think as somebody who is very professional, has a wicked sense of humor, and keeps the energy of the set alive, rags the hell out of me, says nasty things and expects only praises in return.
Oh, remember that?
And you've fallen for it, you're praising him.
So I think Harman is a professional, and I've really enjoyed working with him because I've seen him to these two films, you know. I mean, the fact that his first film did not do well, I saw him coming with an even more stronger attitude on the set of Victory. It was a fighting attitude that I will fight back. So I like that never say die attitude, and I think that's exactly what our film Victory speaks for. So he's the right person. He was the right protagonist.
Amrita, you think that Harman makes a better pair with Priyanka or with you?
I think beautiful women always balance, you know, for... So both of us, you know, we try, we see to it that we kind of make the couple work.
I'm just a pole.
You and Priyanka make a great jodi on screen, okay? Off screen?
I think off-screen also people who've seen us walk in and out of clubs and premieres together have said the same thing.
Okay.
And full stop with an exclamation mark and an exclamation mark and an exclamation mark.
What do you think? I mean, off screen, when you see them at clubs and in and out of restaurants and premieres, how do they...
Did you just say restrooms? Restaurants. How did restaurants say what?
Did it come out restrooms? Sorry.
You said that on purpose. Say what?
I think both of them are not only good-looking people, good-looking individuals, but also great human beings. So when the two of them come together, it obviously makes a stunning couple.
Amrita, you know, you scored a big victory with Viva. Okay. So how do you score a victory in a Viva? I mean, will you share that with two young bachelors?
Young bachelors.
How do I score a victory in Viva? Like, how do you
How does one score a victory in Viva?
I think that question should be addressed to Suraj Barjatia, not me. Okay, apart from the fact that, you know, he brought such amazing traditions and values and people to the audience through Viva, I think for me it was one film that found me a place in millions of hearts of you know, people living in all corners of India. And I should always be, you know, I mean, I might do bigger films, better roles, but Viva would always be something special for me. Yeah.
And V has worked for her.
Yeah,
so,
actually, I was just thinking that.
Yeah.
If he actually worked for you, the Viva worked for you.
Yeah.
Vishk also had a V, so to speak.
Yeah.
I'm just getting very stupid.
You know, I want to address this question to both of you. Why a movie on cricket now? I mean, there's no World Cup happening. There is no... It's not related to anything right now. So why now?
You know, I don't think there is a time which would be not right to release a cricket film in this country. Cricket is a way of life here. I think it's an obsession. It's, I think it's close to being a religion. I'm not in the true sense of the word. I mean, you know, but I mean, yes, we swear by the game. So I don't think there's ever, cricket never has an off season. Cricketers may have an off season for them to rest, but cricket per se will never have an off season. I mean, you start a series tomorrow, and all of us are going to be switching on television sets and following it up. And you start a series in the middle of Diwali, and we're going to be following Diwali, playing cards, and still watching matches. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think there's ever an off season for a cricket.
In a way,
film.
it's good timing.
And how, again, both of you, I'm going to ask, how do you define victory?
I think for me, victory is something that doesn't have an end. Okay, it doesn't have a destination. You want to be victorious as long as you are alive. It's a constant motive within you. You know, whether it is chasing a dream, whether it is wanting to prove something, whether it is wanting to conquer something or someone, for that matter. I think victory is something that is synonymous with your ambition.
Right, well said.
I think victory for me, I think the way I see victory, I think victory can be anything. For me to score really well in my 10th grade is a victory for me, and a victory for my mother at the same time.
Oh wow.
And a victory for my teachers who worked with me. So a victory can be as, it could seem futile to somebody else. What is the big deal about scoring good in your 10th grade? Today I may sit back and think, yeah, what is the big deal? But at that moment, that seemed like the biggest victory of my life. When I became the head boy of my school, it was the highest achievement of my life. So I think victory constantly changes. Victory is moment by moment, probably years by year. Today what I may set out to be my victory could be something else. So I think victory could be a victory over your own personal emotions, could be over a relationship, could be over professional, could be over anything.